evening, basketball fans. You are looking live at Chester High School in Chester, Illinois, along the banks of the Mississippi River, where one of the hottest basketball tickets in the state of Illinois takes place tonight. It is the championship game of the boys Class 2A regional tournament, pitting the number 1 ranked Pinckneyville Panthers against the number 2 ranked Belleville Althoff Crusaders. And I'm Randy Olson courtside along with Ron Stannard, longtime basketball official. And Ron, it's pretty rare to see the number 1 and number 2 ranked teams in the state meet each other in a regional championship game, but here we are.
Yeah, it's going to happen, Randy. It's just about 20 minutes. It's going to happen.
And this place is filling up in a hurry, and we got fans from not only Pinckneyville and Belleville Althoff here, but we got fans from just all over this part of Illinois who just want to see a good basketball game, and a lot of anticipation for this one tonight because these are two teams that obviously have never met, and they really only have 2 common opponents as well. So it's anybody's guess what's going to happen tonight, but it's 2 high-powered offenses, 2 very good defenses, and we'll just see what happens.
Yeah, on a neutral court, Chester High School. What a fine facility this place is.
This is a fantastic facility, and we want to tip our cap to the athletic director and superintendent here and all the IT people who have been so kind to us and have just been outstanding in the way that they have put this thing together, and they have bent over backwards for us and all the members of the media.
Top notch. This place, we're told, holds about 2,000 people, and I'm sure there'll be at least 2,000 people in here tonight.
The Pinckneyville Panthers come in with an overall record of 28-3. They got here by beating Redbud on the first night of the regional, 72-31. The Belleville Althoff Crusaders are 27-5 on the season, and they got here by beating the Chester Yellow Jackets, the host team, in the opening night of the regional. The pep band is sounding pretty good over to our right as well. And it's just a fantastic atmosphere for basketball. I know there's a lot more fans from both communities and all over Southern Illinois who wanted to be here tonight, but just simply could not get tickets to get in because they sold these tickets out by early afternoon. And so we're just happy to be able to bring it your way here on AreaSports.net, whether you're watching on our website or on our YouTube channel. We're going to come back in just a moment. We're going to tell you a lot about both teams. We have many things to talk about leading up to the start of this one. It's all straight ahead right here on AreaSports.net. Part of our broadcast tonight is made possible by Tony Wilkes, State Farm Insurance.
Are you looking for an encouraging sign in today's economy? The fact is, you'll find one right here in Mount Vernon at State Farm agent Tony Wilt's office. Because for 86 years, State Farm agents like Tony Wilt have been helping people protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and we consider that a very good sign. To find out more information on how Tony Wilt can help you and your family today, his number is 618-242-1421. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Do you enjoy lemon shake-ups? Well, All Shook Up is a locally owned mobile lemon shake-up stand that's available for community events, festivals, craft fairs, athletic events, and more. They use real lemons and real sugar, and they have other flavors besides lemon, including strawberry, mango, blueberry, peach, and a sugar-free option. If you'd like to book All Shook Up to a special event, just go to their Facebook page. It's All Shook Up Lemon Shake-Ups. One taste, and you'll be all shook up.
I'm all shook up.
Hi, I'm Eric Black, pharmacist and owner at the Medicine Shop in Mount Vernon. We offer compounded weight loss medications such as semaglutide and tirzepatide. My team and I will answer all your questions about these products and have helped hundreds of patients work toward their weight loss goals. We offer semaglutide and tirzepatide in several different vial size options. We also offer next day shipping anywhere in Illinois and Missouri.
Learn more by stopping by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy in Mount Vernon at 2339 Broadway or call 242-8776. At Ohana Heating and Air, we treat you like family because to us, you are. Whether it's keeping your home cozy during the winter or cool in the summer, Ohana's team is here to provide top-notch service every time. With expert technicians, affordable pricing, and a commitment to your comfort, we make sure your HVAC system runs like new. Ohana Heating and Air, where quality meets care. Call today for your free estimate at 472-4738.
Welcome back here to Chester High School. Randy Olson along with Ron Stannard here live on AreaSports.net. You see the Belleville Althoff Crusaders warming up at one end of the gym and the Pinckneyville Panthers warming up at the other. We're still about 9 minutes away from meeting the starting lineups and getting into the play-by-play. So let us tell you a little bit more about both of these teams and how they got here and why they're ranked so high. Again, the Panthers are ranked number 1 in the state. Belleville Althoff ranked number 2 in the state. They do have a couple of common opponents. The common opponents are Breeze Mater Dei, and both teams beat Breeze Mater Dei by 12 to 14 points, so almost identical scores there. Very similar. They also have Chester as a common opponent, and both of them had no problem taking care of the Yellow Jackets of Chester. If you look at the scoring situation, the Belleville Althoff Crusaders come in scoring an average of 65.5 points per game while giving up 52.3 points per game. As far as Quad 1 wins are concerned, which you can often follow on Nesto Hoops through his rankings, their record is 10-5 on the season in Quad 1 wins for Belleville Althoff compared to 8-2 for Pinckneyville. The Panthers, on the other hand, they average 68 points per game, but they give up a stingy 41.5 points per game, so a very good defense for the Pinckneyville Panthers. If we take a look at games that have been decided by less than 10 points, Pinckneyville's record is 2-2 on the season in games decided by less than 10 points, whereas Belleville Althoff is 9-3. It kind of gives you a little snapshot of both teams. Ron, you got a lot more details about the Pinckneyville Panthers and what they have done this year. Go ahead.
Yeah, Randy, I just want to concentrate a little bit. I want to talk a little bit about head coach Matt Lahr. You know, he came over here from Freeburg, and when I say there's a new coach at Pinckneyville, that's a big deal because they don't change coaches very often at Pinckneyville.
They do not.
And they don't do that because of the success that they have. And Coach Matt Lahr's picked up where Coach Bobby Wagner left off. The Panthers, you mentioned, were 28-3 this year. Under Coach Lahr, they were 24-8 last year in his first season, so they've even improved upon that. And
he is the tall guy standing over there at the coach's block, the tallest one, the tallest coach to the far right. That is Matt Lahr, the head coach of Pinckneyville.
He's easy to see.
Easy
his son came along with him, who is going to start the basketball game here tonight, and he's a sophomore, I believe, and he's 6'7", and he may grow even more because his dad's about 6'10" or 6'11".
And Coach Lahr is sporting the light blue tennis shoes tonight, too.
Yeah, we may give the shoe award to the coach.
Yeah, we might tonight. Yeah.
Nothing says we can't do that.
Yeah, but go ahead.
You know, well, and I also want to talk about those 3 losses this year. You know, they came to Carlisle at the Kaskaskia Attorney. That was like way back in almost the first week of the season. Lost the game to Benton by 1 point in the championship of Pinckneyville's own holiday tournament. Lost an 8-point ball game in the first week of February to Nashville, but of those 3 losses, they've avenged 2 of those losses. And, of course, they never did get another shot at Carlisle. But so basically, you know, you could say they beat everybody on their schedule except Carlisle.
And then they've got some other key wins along the way, too, don't they?
Yeah, they beat Benton twice. Once on the road, once at home. I mentioned they avenged that earlier loss to Nashville. They come back and beat Nashville after losing to them by 8. They beat Nashville by 20. They have beaten the Teutopolis Wooden Shoes this year. They beat Meridian Bobcats. They beat Breeze Mater Dei. They beat Heron, which is a 3A school. Right now the Panthers are on a 6-game winning streak.
All right, well, that's a little bit more about the Pinckneyville Panthers. We'll take another short break. When we come back, we'll go into more detail about the Belleville Althoff Crusaders. It's all straight ahead on AreaSports.net.
Andrew Baker, the broker-owner at King City Property Brokers, is a proud graduate of Weber High School, and she's actually a member of their Hall of Fame. Andrea is happy to sponsor this game and cheer on the local teams. At King City Property Brokers, Andrea and all of the realtors there are happy to help you with your real estate needs, whether you are a buyer or a seller. Visit their new location on Salem Road in Mount Vernon, or visit their website to see many residential homes, acreage, or commercial properties that they have listed. You can call them at area code 618-316-7331. That's King City Property Brokers in Mount Vernon.
When choosing a bank, it's important to know that local matters. Local people making local decisions that support our local communities. That's why Community First Bank of the Heartland is proud to be Jefferson County's hometown bank. With branch locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, and Dix, we make it convenient to serve all of your banking needs. Call us today at 244-3000 and let us know how we can assist you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
dogs home, away from home.
Are you going on a vacation soon or perhaps a weekend getaway? Jagger's Doggy Daycare in Mount Vernon is your dog's home away from home, featuring an outside turf playground that your dog is going to love. And if your dog needs grooming or obedience training while it's here, we can handle that too. In fact, we've even got a presidential suite with flat screen TV and ceramic tile. Check it out on our website.
Jagger's Doggy Daycare.
Welcome back here to Chester High School. We're getting ready for the regional championship game in Class 2A tonight between the number 1 ranked Pinckneyville Panthers and the number 2 ranked Belleville Althoff Crusaders. Up until this past week, the Belleville Althoff Crusaders were actually ranked number 1 in the state and were ranked number 1 in the state most of the season. They are 27-5 on the year. And if you followed Belleville Althoff at all before, you know that they were longtime members of the South 7 Conference along with Mount Vernon, Centralia, Marion, Carbondale, and Cahokia. They got out of the South 7 Conference. They joined the Gateway Metro Conference, but they maintained that tough schedule under Coach Greg Lieb, who is now in his 27th year as the head coach of the Belleville Althoff Crusaders. They are 27-5 on the season, as I mentioned. Let's talk about who their 5 losses were to. They lost to Class 3A Lincoln. They lost to Class 3A Mount Zion. They lost to Class 4A Quincy, and they lost to Class 4A Edwardsville. And they lost to Class 1A Metro East Lutheran by 2 points just in the past week. That's why they flipped changed spots with each other, Pinckneyville and Belleville Althoff, in the rankings from 1 and 2 to 2 and 1. If you look at some of the key wins, and by the way, all those teams I just mentioned that Belleville Althoff has lost to this year, Ron, all 5 of those teams are also playing for a regional championship tonight.
I'm not surprised.
So those are quality opponents.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that at all.
The key wins for Belleville Althoff this year, listen to this. It's a heck of a resume. They beat Centralia at Centralia this year. They beat Breeze Central by 20 points. They beat Mount Vernon by 18 points. They beat Triad, a 3A school. They beat Belleville East 3 times this year. And Belleville East is playing for a regional championship tonight in 4A. They beat Collinsville and they beat Alton. Alton is also playing for a Class 4A regional championship tonight. So, again, the resume is very deep, very good for Belleville Althoff. Coach Greg Lieb knows what he's doing. He won a state championship with the Crusaders back in 2016. It was a Class 3A championship, and the year before that, in 2015, they got second place. So they went to the state championship game 2 years in a row in 2015 and 2016. Of course, that was in 3A when their enrollment was larger, because their enrollment now is only 288 students. But some of you who have followed Belleville Althoff before, or you know of some of the players down through the history, that team that went to the state championship game 2 years in a row included Jordan Goodwin, who went on and played at St. Louis University and has played in the NBA. And if you go way back even farther than that, a lot of you will remember a player back in the late 90s, Kevin Lish, who was an outstanding player for the Belleville Althoff Crusaders. So they've got quite a history. This place is probably got more Pinckneyville fans in it tonight, no doubt, than Belleville Althoff fans. But Althoff has certainly played in some tough situations and against enemy territory, and they won't be intimidated tonight. And it's going to be kind of a combination battle between the speed of Belleville Althoff and the size of the Pinckneyville Panthers, because Pinckneyville will outsize them, Ron, at several of the positions tonight.
That win that sticks out to me, Randy, by Belleville Althoff, if you know anything about basketball in Southern Illinois, is going into Centralia and beating the Orphans on their home floor.
The Orphans do not lose very often at home, so that was an impressive win for Belleville Althoff to go in there and beat the Orphans at Centralia. You're absolutely right. We are going to honor America now with the playing of our national anthem by the outstanding Chester High School pep band before we meet tonight's starting lineups.
At this time, we ask you to please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats and show your pride in your school, community, and country by singing along as the Chester High School pep band, under the direction of Mr. Steve Colonel, performs our national anthem.
Outstanding job by the pep band here at Chester High School. They have done everything first class this week at the regional tournament. And if you've never been in this gymnasium before, you really need to get down here and see a basketball game. It is a U-shaped facility that is just outstanding. It's an older gym, but it's been well preserved and well maintained. They've got the special lighting that they're going to use as they introduce everybody right now. And let's meet the Pinckneyville Panthers. Number 10 is Brady Conway. He is a 5'10 senior. Number 23 is Ty Lara, the coach's son. He's a 6'7 junior. Number 24 is Lucas Leitz. He's a 6-foot senior. Number 30 is Riley Bowersox. He is a 6'5" senior. And rounding out the starting five for the Pinckneyville Panthers, their leading scorer, number 44, A.J. Keith. Keith is a 6'4 senior. So they'll go with Conway, Lauer, Leitz, Bowersox, and Keith. And size-wise, the Pinckneyville Panthers, as you see their cheerleaders here, will come in size-wise at 5'10", 6 foot, 6'4", 6'5", 6'7". So that's a pretty good size lineup, and definitely a taller lineup than what Belleville Althoff will put out there, Ron.
Yeah. Yep.
But Belleville Althoff will try to counter that with the speed that they have, and they like to play the transition game. They like to play the up-and-down game. Number 1 is Bryden Krismala. He is a 6-foot senior. He's their leading scorer, averaging 19.3 points per game. Number 10 is Luke Smith. He's a 6'2 junior. Number 22 is De'Air Hill Jr. He is an outstanding football player that we'll get into in just a moment, as they are the defending football state champions. Hill is a 6'1 senior. Number 25 is Winkler. That's Zach Winkler. He is a 6'1" senior. And rounding out the starting five is the coach's son. That is Patton Lieb, and Lieb is a 6'5 senior. So both coaches have their sons playing for them out there tonight, which is kind of a neat wrinkle to things.
Yeah, that's unique.
So again, the Belleville Althoff Crusaders will go with Krismala and Smith, Hill, Winkler, and Lieb. And size-wise, they come in at 6 foot, 6'1", 6'1", 6'3", and 6'5". Again, the Crusaders are 27-5 on the season, and the Pinckneyville Panthers are 28-3. The number 1 and number 2 ranked teams in the state of Illinois clashing way early here in the postseason round as they're meeting for a regional championship. One of them is going to move on to the sectional next week at Carterville. One of them will have their season come to an end tonight here in Chester. We're glad you're with us on AreaSports.net. You can communicate with us tonight through our Facebook Messenger. Just go to AreaSports.net on Facebook, hop on Messenger, and send us a message. Let us know where you're watching from and who you're rooting for as we bring you the Crusaders and the Panthers. As we're ready for the opening tip, and the tip is controlled by the Crusaders, as they will bring it into the front court. Krismala has it. He'll go to De'Air Hill. Hill is going to have a football scholarship, or already has it. He's put up the three-pointer, and it's good. And Belleville Althoff is on the board. Hill is going to play Division I college football next year at the University of Oregon. He's an Oregon Duck. He's incredibly quick, and he likes to press, and he's pressing right now.
I guess he's left-handed. I didn't know that.
I think he might be ambidextrous. I'm not really sure. That shot is up and in. I didn't see who got it. That was Bowersox. Bowersox got it. He's a 6'3 senior. Bowersox and Lauer will be playing in around the rim in the paint. We had a few people standing up in front of us and kind of blocked my view a little bit, which we expect tonight. Again, it's a capacity crowd, and we'll deal with it as Belleville Althoff brings the ball up. With it is Lieb as he comes over to the top to Smith. Now they'll skip it back over to Lieb. Lieb comes over to Krismala. Krismala averages 19.3 points per game. Now they'll go in the corner. Here's a three-ball look. That's too strong. Weak side rebound there by Lieb. They'll try it again. That's up and in by Krismala. So 2 straight three-pointers to start the game for Belleville Althoff.
That foul a while ago was on Zach Winkler of Althoff.
Okay. Appreciate that.
An old-fashioned three-point play for Bowersox.
Conway gets it across down to Ty Lauer. He'll go up for the shot, and he's fouled. In the midst of the starting lineups, we did not have a chance to give the officials. Let's go ahead and give the officials right now, Ron.
Jeff Tarleton, Brian Shaw, and Adam Cross.
All right. They're well-known Southern Illinois officials. They've done a lot of higher-level games, a lot of 3A basketball games.
That foul was on Patton Lieb.
Ty Lauer is at the line for the Panthers. That's 2 team fouls now on Belleville Althoff. 6-3 is the score as the Crusaders lead it here in the early going. Second one is up and in by Lauer. 6-4 our score. Let's see how they play it defensively now as De'Aaron Hill gets it across again. He's quick, he stops, he puts up the 3. It's no good. Tipped around. Lauer tipped it, then grabbed it himself. And the Panthers will bring it back the other way. Conway gets it across the line. Gets it down in the corner now to Leach. Leach will back up his man, turn around, shoot up. No good. Rebound Luke Smith for Althoff. Smith out on the dribble himself. Fakes a pass and goes up for a 3. It's off the back iron, and rebound is grabbed by Lauer. Panthers back the other way again.
I think, Ray, we could go ahead and put Hill on our all left-handed team.
Might be able to do that as Leach is called for the offensive foul.
Yep.
Lucas Leach was trying to create space for himself to shoot, and he dropped his shoulder, and they nailed him for the offensive foul. We're going to go the other way. It's going to be Althoff ball, and that's the first team foul on Pinckneyville, and, of course, the first foul on Leach. De'Aaron Hill says, get out of the way, I'm going to bring it up. And he does as he speeds by his defender. Gets it in the corner. There's a 3 ball that's in and out. No good by Winkler. And rebound by the Panthers. A.J. Keith brings it up.
Althoff likes to shoot the 3, don't
Yes,
they?
they do. And they can shoot it pretty well. Here's
nice
the
pass.
Line, down to Lauer, and it's off the rim. He gets it back, puts it up. No good.
Man,
Third opportunity.
no.
Short. Fourth opportunity. No. And this time, Althoff gets the rebound. 4 shots at it that time by the Panthers, point blank, and they could not convert. Here's Hill for 3. It's off the back iron. Tipped out. And it goes out of bounds, and they say it is Panther ball. Last touch by Althoff.
Althoff likes that 3. Yeah, that 4 bunnies there. Randy couldn't get one to fall.
No. And part of the reason why they may be shooting so many 3s this early is because they're wondering about how they're going to go inside against Lauer and Bowersax because they're giving up so much size. But we'll see how that develops as the game goes on. Here is Conway out front. Now out to the top. Here's Lauer. 3 hits it. The big man steps out and hits the 3 ball. Ty Lauer makes it 7-6 Pinckneyville. 5:03 to go here in the first quarter of play. Here's De'Aaron Hill looking for room to drive. Now he does. Gets it over in the corner. Here is the shot by Winkler. That's no good. And it's tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Althoff. Yeah, Zach Winkler is usually a pretty good 3-point shooter for Belleville Althoff. He shoots a clip of 31% from behind the arc. Grismala shoots 37% behind the arc. Hill 32 and Johnson 35. So as a team, yeah, they shoot real well behind the arc, Rob. Here's Pinckneyville with the basketball as A.J. Keith has it. Goes up in high traffic. No, stays with it. Goes back up and is fouled. A.J. Keith stayed with it. Got a little physical in there. Tried to muscle it back up, and he's fouled. And are they going to give that one on the lead?
I think it's Hill.
Hill? Okay. So De'Aaron Hill picks up his first foul. That's 3 team fouls on the Crusaders. And at the line will be A.J. Keith, the 6'4 senior for the Panthers. Keith averages 16.5 points per game for Pinckneyville. He's typically their leading scorer, but they actually have 3 different guys who average in double figures, as do the Belleville Althoff Crusaders. They also have 3 players who average in double figures, and we'll pass that along as we go on. 4:32 to go here in the first quarter play of this championship game. The second one by Keith is no good. Rebound by De'Aaron Hill. Hill scored, 6 or 7 touchdowns this year in the championship game as Belleville Althoff won the state football title.
I can't see that clock. How much time we got left here?
It is 4:17.
All right.
Here's Patton Lieb with it. Hands it off out to Winkler. Winkler drives,
Nice
scores, and he's fouled. That ties the game at 8 apiece, and Winkler can put Althoff in front. Nice drive to the basket that time by Zach Winkler, the 6'1 senior.
That foul's on Bowersax.
That's his first. That's a second team foul on Pinckneyville, and at the line will be Zach Winkler.
Chance for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Yeah, and he got it. So both teams have accomplished that already in this game. 9-8 in favor of Althoff. They're pressing, and that's a steal. It's picked up by Smith. Smith inside to Hill, and he is fouled. And De'Aaron Hill will go to the line for Belleville Althoff. I told you at the top of the broadcast, folks, that Pinckneyville's going to have to deal with this quickness.
Fouls on Leach, his second.
Yeah, this quickness of Belleville Althoff is something that they don't necessarily see in every opponent. And it's hard to simulate in practice, too, because, you just don't have a De'Aaron Hill to practice against.
Leach is going to have to spend some time on the bench. He's got two personal fouls.
He's got two personal fouls, that's right. Yep. And coming into the game to replace Leach for Pinckneyville will be Colton Smith. Smith is a 6'1 junior. He plays quite a bit for Pinckneyville anyway. He's part of the regular rotation. It's just he's in the game maybe a little bit earlier this time because of the fouls on Leach. 3 team fouls equal apiece now, as that first free throw was good by Hill, and he makes the second one as well. It's 11-8 Crusaders. Conway has the basketball for the Panthers as he brings it up against Chris Mala. They get it down to Lauer. Lauer in the paint. Is double teamed. Now gets it back to Conway. Conway can't shoot. Comes over in the corner now. Back to Lauer. Ty Lauer. Hands it off out front now to Colton Smith. Smith back out to the top to Conway. Conway works against Chris Mala. Conway again. That's stolen away. It's picked off by De'Aaron Hill. He's going to take it.
Step.
Going to take it to the rack and get fouled. And that is going to be 2 free throws coming for De'Aaron Hill.
Fouls on A.J. Keith.
Well, one thing you've also recognized already is, besides the quickness of De'Aaron Hill, is that he shoots pretty good free throws. He made 2 just a moment ago. He shoots 79% on the season, and he's at the line again right now. And that foul on Keith is his first. So that's
jinxed him.
Yeah, I did, didn't I? So that's 4 team fouls on Pinckneyville, as Hill will have another one. Yeah, I love the tennis shoes that Coach Lars got on tonight.
Yeah, he'll be our first coach to win that award.
Yeah, we've never given the shoe award to a coach. Well, he knew we were going to be here, so maybe that's why he wore them, as Hill makes the second one.
I'm sure he'd heard of that award. He said, I'm just going to go for it.
Yeah, he's going for it. Going for the regional championship and the shoe award. All right, in the front court, here's a pass knocked away as Smith had it, and it goes out of bounds, going to stay with Pinckneyville. It's trying to chase it down was Luke Smith. We had Smith on Smith there. How about that? It's Luke Smith guarding Colton Smith, and the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Panthers. Here's a pass now to Brady Conway. Conway working against Chris Mala. Here's Mala. Stays pretty tight on him. Conway around a screen. Puts up a little floater, left it short. Rebound Lahr. No, that's actually a rebound inside by McConnell, who's in. And that's going to be, is that a traveling violation? Yeah. What's it called? Traveling violation?
Didn't see it.
It's a turnover. It's a turnover on the Panthers, and it'll go back to the Crusaders. Yeah, McConnell's got some good size, too, off the bench. He's 6'6" for Pinckneyville in there right now, number 35. As the pass goes down underneath to Zach Winkler, and he scores. And all of a sudden, Crusaders are up by 6. It's their biggest lead of the game. Panthers need some points here as they go inside McConnell. McConnell working on Lieb. Bumps him. Spins on him, puts it up, no good. Good defense that time by Lieb.
Yeah, it was.
Patton Lieb was not going to give up any space there. He's another member of the Althoff Crusader football team. And you can see right there that he was using his size and his girth to his advantage. Here's Grismala with it. Back out to Lieb. Lieb will look to hand it off. He's guarded by McConnell. Now comes to Hill. He's open for 3, and he buries it. De'Aaron Hill. Can't leave him open out there. Again, he shoots 32% on the season from the arc. 9-point lead for the Crusaders, and timeout is called by Coach Lahr of the Pinckneyville Panthers. Timeout with 1:54 to go here in the opening quarter. We'll be back with more from Chester High School in just a moment on AreaSports.net.
King City RV in Mount Vernon is your one-stop shop for maintenance and repair of your RV. Whether it's a bumper camper, fifth wheel, or motorhome, Bill Schulte and the staff at King City RV can help you. They provide winterizing of your RV, washing and waxing services, service work on brakes and tires, repair or replace awnings, service work on your slide-outs, and much more. They even repair and clean horse trailers at King City RV, 801 Dogwood Drive on the south edge of Mount Vernon. Call area code 618-731-6185 for King City RV.
Got a couple of scores for you from 1A Regional. Weber leads Christ Our Rock 19-11 in the first quarter, and Fairfield leads Teotopolis in a 2A Regional early, 13-8. That would certainly be an upset if Fairfield was to beat T-Town tonight. That game being played, though, at Fairfield. Ron, your thoughts so far on this game? What are you seeing here so far in the first quarter?
Well, Randy, I've just seen a little bit of Pinckneyville this year. I've not seen Althoff, but this is going to be a tall task for the Panthers because this Althoff team is they got a lot of pluses on their side.
After one quarter in a 3A Regional, Centralia leads Heron 12-8. That game being played up at Effingham. We'll try to keep you up to date with as many scores as we can as we go along live here. We're still in the first quarter as Panthers are down by 9, and it's been a 9-0 run here by Althoff.
They need to score.
Yes,
right
they do.
here. They need to score on this possession.
Ty Lauer has it out front. Lauer working against Lieb. They'll hand it off now to Conway. Conway against Grismala. Althoff playing that sticky man-to-man. They always used to play that when they were members of the South 7 Conference. So we saw that a lot when they played Mount Vernon and Centralia and Marion. Falling down inside, but we're going to have a foul called as the pass went into McConnell. And Tyler McConnell is fouled. Coach Lieb is asking the official along the sideline what that's all about.
The foul is on Patton Lieb, his second personal foul.
Yeah, and that looms large because Lieb's going to have to go out of the game, and checking in is going to be Reed Marlowe. No, checking in is Kyle Johnson for Belleville Althoff, number 14. He's a 6'3 junior. So 6'5 sits down, 6'3 checks in for Belleville Althoff. Here's Lauer, guarded by Johnson. Tries to back him up. Spins on him, pump fakes, goes up, short. Rebound by De'Air Hill. He's everywhere. And Hill smokes it down the floor. Leaves it in the corner now to Smith. Back out to the top, an open three by Winkler is good. Nothing but the net. Zach Winkler with another trifecta for Althoff. They've hit several of them here in the first quarter, and they move that ball well. It's a 12-0 run.
Yeah, they got 4 threes in this quarter by 3 different players.
Yeah, this game was tied 8-8. It's now 20-8, and there's another steal. Grismala has it, goes up, scores. 22-8. 14-0 run by the Crusaders.
Yeah,
Conway back up for Pinckneyville. They need points.
They're fired up.
They need points. Despite this environment they're in, they're playing well. And that's a shot that goes awry, and a rebound by De'Air Hill. Hill brings it up the court in a hurry. Throws it down underneath. Pass intended down there for Johnson. It's stolen. Let's see if Pinckneyville can score. Lauer for 3. Hits it. They needed that.
2 threes for the big man.
Yeah, the Panthers needed that. 22-11. Lauer with 2 3-pointers, as you say. So he's got 6 of those 11 right there. On the 3 ball. Shot from the corner. Right before the buzzer is good. That's a dagger. That is a dagger for Belleville Althoff as Zach Winkler hit another one.
An 11-point first quarter for Zach Winkler.
Wow, he has equaled Pinckneyville's scoring in the first quarter. 25-11 after 1. We'll be back with more live from Ster on AreaSports.net.
Do you have a check needs deposited and don't have time to make a trip to the bank? No problem. With mobile deposit at People's National Bank, just snap a picture of the check with your smartphone, and with a couple of clicks, it's deposited into your account. Depositing a check with a PNB 2Go mobile banking app is just that easy. Just tap, snap, and deposit. Plus, it's free. Download the PNB 2Go mobile banking app today to get started. People's National Bank. We make banking easy. Member FDIC. Wireless or service fees may apply.
Back here at Chester High School, Randy Olson along with Ron Stannard. Ron, your thoughts on that first quarter play? That speed has been something for Althoff as well as their three-point shooting, hasn't it?
Yeah, that was pretty much a flawless first quarter.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what else to say.
I think they only had one turnover in that quarter, too.
Yeah, pretty much a flawless first quarter. And, Tyler hits the big three to give the Panthers some hope, and then Zach Winkler nails a three at the other end at the buzzer that just kind of, wipes that out.
Yeah, the game was tied 8-8, and it just seemed like Belleville Althoff flipped the switch.
Only 3 players scored for Althoff in that quarter, but Zach Winkler, as I mentioned earlier, is in double figures already with 11 points. And De'Aaron Hill has got 9 points. And Grismala's got 5, and that's it. But
all right, let's see if the Panthers can claw their way back in here as they grab the ball first to start the second quarter play as Conway gets it over in the corner to Bowersax. He's been quiet since early on. He scored real early, the first bucket of the game, but he's been quiet since. He's got it right now. He's double teamed, comes back out to Law. Law can't shoot as they come out on him as he's guarded by Johnson. Johnson's all over him. Now they come out to A.J. Keith. Keith is guarded by Hill. Keith inside the lane, blocked from behind by Hill, but then Keith grabs it back and sticks it in the hole. Good job by Keith to stay with that after Hill had swatted it away.
Yeah, that's why you follow your shot right there.
Exactly. Stephen Brown is in the game for Althoff. He's got the ball right now, number 4. Brown is a 5'11 sophomore. Gives it up to De'Aaron Hill. Back out to the top.
There's only 10 players on this entire roster for Belleville Althoff.
There are a few more in the program, but 10 that they would routinely play most of the time. Right. Yeah. They're taking their time right now. Up by 12. Here's a drive down the lane. Scoop shot is up and in by Zach Winkler. He's doing it all out there, isn't he?
Yeah.
He is having a game.
He's first team All-State so far tonight.
Winkler has come in averaging 13.2 points per game. He's their third leading scorer.
He's got that already almost.
Yeah, he's their third leading scorer on the season, but he's their first tonight. Here's the Panthers with it. His shot from the elbow is short. Rebound Lauer. Back up. Too hard. Hill's there with the rebound, and it amazes me how many rebounds De'Aaron Hill gets at 6'1". He is in the middle and the thick of everything, isn't he? Not only is he fast, he can jump. Here's a long three from the wing. No good by Brown. A battle for the rebound. Conway has it go off. No, it's actually off the hands of Brown.
If you're going to University of Oregon on a football scholarship, you're a pretty good athlete.
Yeah, you're just an all-around athlete, that's for sure. Yeah, he was highly, highly recruited by a lot of D1 football programs. But he made the decision actually pretty early to go to Oregon. And I think that took the pressure off and helped them to relax, and they won the state championship this year in football. All right, here's Lauer down underneath. Pass up and good. Another bucket for the Panthers, cuts it to 12.
By Conway, his first point.
Yeah, Conway needed that. Gets him going maybe. And there's a drive on the other end by Jeremy Conway. They have a Conway of their own.
Wow.
As Conway and Conway both scored there.
Yep.
Conway for the Panthers, Conway for the Crusaders. Jeremiah Conway, who's in the game for Althoff, number 11, is a 6'1 senior. Here's a shot from the wing by Keith. Misses everything. Rebound is grabbed out of there by Winkler. He'll bring it up for Althoff. We have 5:11 to go here in the first half. Crusaders trying to add to their lead. Long three on the way. There you go. That's Bryden Krizmala with a 3 ball. That's what, 4 different guys now that have hit threes for Belleville Althoff?
No, 3 different guys.
Three different guys, okay.
But they got 6 3-pointers amongst them.
Yeah.
This looks like that Christopher Bearcat team we saw Wednesday night.
Kinda. Here's a pass inside. Good feed from Conway. Down low to Lauer, and Lauer puts it up and in off the glass.
I mean, it's hard to stay in the ball game when you're shooting.
Yeah.
You're shooting like that.
That's right. Nice assist there by Conway for the Panthers. Here's a little shot off the dribble by Grismala that won't go. Panthers got numbers. They get it out to Keith. His shot's no good. And chased down by the Crusaders. Up the court they come as Conway. And we got a foul on the Panthers, I believe.
It's on A.J. Keith, his second personal foul.
Well, they can ill afford to lose Keith out there. They got to make sure that he stays on the floor.
Yeah, Pinckneyville needs stops, and they need to score every time down.
A.J. Keith has been their leading scorer this season.
He's going to have to sit on the bench.
Yeah. He is going to go to the bench as Althoff puts it back in play. Luke Smith has it. Whips
Nice
it down
pass.
low. Nice pass as he rifled it down there to Kyle Johnson, and he put it up and in. Boy, he had some mustard on that pass. Under 4 minutes to play now in the first half. Here's a steal. And it's picked off and taken to the other end by Zach Winkler, who scores.
I'm thinking right now, Randy, how good is Metro East Lutheran in 1A basketball?
To have beaten Belleville Althoff about 10 days ago by 2 points.
Wow,
yeah, I don't know.
They may win the state championship.
Yeah,
in
they must have shot the lights out that night. That's all I know. Another timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Southern Illinois Tile and Carpet Supply in Mount Vernon is ready to help you update your home. Need new carpeting? They have many styles and colors in stock, as well as expert installation. Add beauty to your home with new hardwood or vinyl planks available at Southern Illinois Tile and Carpet. They will completely transform the look of any room in your home. Update your bathroom with a custom shower. There are many tile styles and colors to choose from. Does your kitchen need a facelift? You can get a new backsplash, flooring, and more at Southern Illinois Tile and Carpet Supply, 513 South Penn Street in Mount Vernon. Open 6 days a week.
Got a few other scores for you. Christopher leads Oakville 12-10 in that regional. Benton leads Carterville 10-6. Update on the Weber score. They lead Christ Our Rock 35-15, and Centralia leads Heron 12-8. Those are some updates on some other regional tournament championships taking place all around the area, around the state tonight. We'll have all of them posted for you, of course, later on our Facebook page at AreaSports.net, which we hope that you'll follow, and that way you'll stay up to date on not only scores, but lots of other sports content that we have posted daily on our Facebook page. Here's the Panthers with it. As Lars trying to work in the corner over Johnson, puts up the shot. It's no good. Rebound is grabbed out of there by Stephen Brown for the Crusaders. Althoff with the lead and in the front court. Here's a long shot by Conway. That's no good. And rebound by the other Conway. Conway for Pinckneyville brings it up. He's going to take it coast to coast. Missed it. Rebound is grabbed by Jeremiah Conway of Althoff. And the foul is going to be called on the Panthers. That's the second team foul this quarter on the Panthers, and that's a foul on Bowersax.
Bowersax, his second.
His second, right.
Yeah, even when they don't allow Althoff to score at one end, they come back down the Panthers and they can't score themselves.
Right. And you can't keep trading threes for twos.
No, you cannot.
The math just doesn't work.
The Belleville Althoff shots are getting a much better, clearer look at it.
Brown knocks down a mid-range jumper that time, about a 17-footer. And suddenly it's a 21-point lead by Belleville Althoff. I don't think any of us anticipated this whatsoever.
Well, we said, though, on the way down, unless some team's shooting lights out, and that's exactly what we got.
Well, that's what we got going on. Let's see if the Panthers can get into it. Here's a drive down the lane. That's blocked, but a foul is going to be called. It's blocked by Johnson. Let's see if they give him the foul or somebody else. And going to the line will be Colton Smith.
I think they gave it to Winkler. That'd be his second.
As Smith will be at the line, and he rattles it home. Hey, we want to thank all Shook Up lemonade stands. They're mobile lemonade stands that go all throughout Southern Illinois to different community events. And if you have an event coming up that you'd like to have a lemon shake-up stand at, I mean, this is the real deal. You'll see one of their commercials coming up in just a little while. It's they have multiple flavors available. All Shook Up. Mobile lemonade stands, helping to offset our cost of our broadcast tonight and pay our IHSA fees for being here tonight, so we appreciate their help. Here's a pump fake underneath. The shot is up and in by Jeremiah Conway. I'll tell you what, even the guys off the bench are contributing in big ways for Althoff.
Yeah, too easy. 15 points for Zach Winkler already.
And Coach Lauer is going to bring four guys back in. It's like now or never. 2 minutes to go here in the first half as he feels like that he's got to get some offense going. So at the next stoppage of play, those 4 guys will come in. As here's a pass to Reed Marlowe. Back out it comes, almost knocked away as it's Conway had it, but it's knocked out by Brown. Waltonville's up at the half, 29-19 in their game. That is a 1A regional being played over at Marissa.
There's just not many clean looks out there for the Panthers.
No, the Crusaders' defense has been outstanding. They have not given the Panthers much to look at. Lauer's got it. Lauer's going to hand it off now to Keith. They need to get A.J. Keith going. He's working against De'Air Hill. That ball's popped away and knocked loose and grabbed by Grismala. Grismala bring it up for the Crusaders. Minute 27 to go here in the first half. Stephen Brown. And they got a timeout called. I think that was called by Althoff.
Yeah, it would have to have been called by Althoff.
Right. Yeah, well, yeah, right. It's true.
No, it wouldn't have to, but if it wasn't, then the referee should not have
pointed that way.
Granted it.
Yeah. Minute 22 left here in the first half. Back with more in 30 seconds.
When you are looking for an attorney who can give you honest and dependable advice, look no further than Olson & Reeves in Mount Vernon. At Olson & Reeves, they practice law in a variety of areas, including traffic tickets, personal injury, criminal law, as well as estate planning, wills, and probate. If you have a real estate transaction, Mount Vernon Title Company also resides inside Olson & Reeves, so you get sound legal advice. Olson & Reeves, attorneys at law, and Mount Vernon Title Company. For more information, call area code 618-316-7322.
Back here at Chester High School, Randy Olson along with Ron Stannard. Well, in the Class 1A regional tonight that involves the number 1 team in the state in 1A, that's Pecatonica. They lead at halftime over East Dubuque, 29-24. Here's long open look from the right wing by Brown. That rims out. Panthers have the rebound. Let's see if they can make him pay now. Wide open look from the corner. That won't look by
That's
Leach.
the best look they've had all night.
Yeah, that's the most wide open shot they've had, and that's going to be a foul on A.J. Keith.
That's 3 on Keith.
And that might have been a little bit of a frustration foul. He was trying to stay with De'Air Hill, which is easier said than done, and he just picks up his 3rd personal foul. And now he's going to have to go back to the bench. And into the ball game is going to be Lucas Leitz again to replace him.
That's indicative of this game. Pinckneyville finally got a good look and could not score. And
right.
When Althoff gets a good look, it's bottom of the net.
Bottom of the net, that's right. Centralia leads Heron at halftime in the 3A regional, 28-15. Again, that one's being played up at Effingham. Goreville all over Galatia, 44-23 at the half in a 1A regional final. Here's Grismala with it as he is guarded by Colton Smith. And it's taken away by Smith. And jump ball is going to be called. Possession arrow is going to leave it with the Crusaders. Mount Vernon leads Marion at halftime, 22-20 in a 3A regional.
Well, I can't believe that game's close.
Yeah.
They played, 3 times, and every game has gone down to the wire.
It has. Here's De'Air Hill. Giving it to Grismala. Grismala's going to back it out a little bit. Leaving the corner to Hill.
They're going to play for 1 shot.
Yeah, they're down to 19 seconds here. They are going to play it for 1 as Hill has it out there. He's guarded by Leitz. Hill is sneaky fast. As that 3-pointer is no good by Smith. Rebound Panthers. Can they get a shot off? And it's going to be a foul on the Crusaders as the Pinckneyville fans applaud.
I believe it's on Luke Smith. That's his first personal foul.
You're right.
I can't see if there's 2 or 3 seconds left in the clock.
There is 2 seconds left.
Okay.
Yeah, it's blocked by one of those auxiliary baskets. Here's a lob into Lauer. No good, but a foul is going to be called, and Lauer's going to go to the line for Pinckneyville.
It's a nice entry pass there with
Yeah,
2 seconds to
that
go.
was.
Throw it to your big man under the basket.
And when you're throwing it from the sideline like that, that's not easy.
No.
That was a real nice, high-quality pass.
First foul on Grismala.
Ty Lauer at the line.
Wow.
He's a 6'7" junior, so he'll be back next year for Pinckneyville. East St. Louis leads Highland at the half, 24-23. Arcola and St. Anthony are tied 20-20. If you recall, Arcola upset St. Anthony last year in the regional championship when they were ranked number 1, as Lauer makes the second one. 40-20, and that's going to be our halftime score as both teams go to the locker room.
Surprised that didn't go in.
Just about everything else has gone in, hasn't it? Ron is going to work on our post-game stats. We'll come back and share those with you in just a moment. We'll also have plenty more scores to pass along to you as well from regional tournaments across the state of Illinois as we check the ticker. So stay with us here live on AreaSports.net.
Okay, basketball fans, here at Chester, we've got a little.
If you have some outdoor projects that need to get done around your home or your farm, you need to get to Carter Turf and Tractor, your local Kubota dealer in Wayne County and the surrounding area.
Carter Turf and Tractor is your area dealer for high-quality Kubota tractors in a variety of sizes, perfect for a landscaping business or to easily handle a variety of jobs around your home or farm. They can customize a solution for your needs. They also have the Kubota RTV utility vehicles for on-road and off-road transportation and hauling needs. When there's mowing or lawn work to be done, Carter Turf and Tractor has you covered with Exmark riding mowers and walk-behind mowers. They also feature a good selection of Echo brand brush cutters, trimmers, and chainsaws, as well as Honda and Generac generators. Come in and see for yourself at the new Carter Turf and Tractor, open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday and 8 to 2 on Saturday.
Hi, I'm Eric Black, pharmacist and owner at the Medicine Shop in Mount Vernon. We offer compounded weight loss medications such as semaglutide and tirzepatide. My team and I will answer all your questions about these products and have helped hundreds of patients work toward their weight loss goals. We offer semaglutide and tirzepatide in several different vial size options. We also offer next day shipping anywhere in Illinois and Missouri.
Learn more by stopping by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy in Mount Vernon at 2339 Broadway or call 242-8776.
Welcome back here to Chester High School. You see our halftime score. Belleville Althoff, the number 2 ranked team in the state, leads the Pinckneyville Panthers, the number 1 ranked team in the state, 40-20 in this 2A regional championship game. The score at the end of the first quarter, Ron, what was that again? I didn't have that down. 25-11.
25-11.
25-11. So they added on to it, and here in the second quarter, they outscored them again to lead it here 40-20. And they're doing it in several different ways, aren't they? They're using their speed. They're using their three-point shooting. They're playing great defense. It's just an all-around great effort, isn't it?
Flawless first half. They had 6 three-pointers. Those came amongst 3 different players. And, just basketball by Belleville Althoff. So we're seeing tonight what we saw earlier this year in a game when Marion shot lights out and beat a very good team in Waltonville Spartans by 30 or whatever. We saw it this week when the Christopher Bearcats come out and put on a shooting display. And when you shoot the ball that well, I mean, it's really tough to hang in there. For the Panthers of Pinckneyville, they committed 7 personal fouls in that first half. They were 6 out of 9 from the free throw line. They had 5 players make the scoring column. They led in scoring by Ty Lahr, who made it into double figures with 10. Brady Conway has 2 points. Riley Bowersox has 3 points. A.J. Keith has 3 points. And Colton Smith has 2 for a total of 20. For the Crusaders of Belleville Althoff, they committed 7 personal fouls as well in that first half. They were 4 out of 5 from the free throw line, so free throw shooting been good by both teams. 6 players made the scoring column for Belleville. They were led in scoring by Zach Winkler, who had 15 points in that first half. Bryden Grismala had 8 points. De'Aaron Hill had 9 points. Kyle Johnson, 2 points. Jeremiah Conway off the bench with 4 points. Stephen Brown off the bench with 2 points for a total of 40.
All right, been getting a lot of messages. We appreciate everybody that's written into us. We'll try to give a few shout-outs here in a minute. A few people asking about Columbia and Breeze Central. Let me pass that score on to you. That's a halftime score. Columbia leads Breeze Central 25-19. Again, that is a halftime score in a 2A regional. And, of course, the winner of that regional will go on to the Carterville sectional next week. The winner of this game tonight will actually play either Vienna or Massac County at the Carterville sectional next week, and we're trying to get a score on that one so that we can update you. But that's how the bracket will play out, is the winner of this game will play the winner of the Vienna-Massac County game.
Randy, I didn't hit the fouls.
Yeah, go ahead.
During that first half for Pinckneyville Panthers, Riley Bowersox has 3 personal fouls. I'm sorry, he has 2 personal fouls. Lucas Leeds has 2 personal fouls, and A.J. Keith has 3 personal fouls. For the Belleville Althoff Crusaders, Zach Winkler has 2 personal fouls. Patton Lieb has 2 personal fouls.
All right, Benton leads Carterville at halftime now. It's an updated score, 24-15. The Rangers lead the Lions, and that would be the other team that would move on to the Carterville sectional next week, is whoever wins that regional. Teotopoulos leads Fairfield now at the half by a score of 25-20. And let's see if I can get a few more here off the ticker for you. I gave you the Mount Vernon score. It was 22-20. And let's see. Oh, here we go. Thank you. Thank you, Doug, for sending that to us. Vienna leads Massac County at the half, 20-13. So that's your halftime score there. Thanks so much for sending that to us, Doug. We do appreciate it. Hey, part of our broadcast tonight is made possible by the good folks at All Shook Up Mobile Lemonade Shake-Up Stands. I'll tell you what, if you got a special event coming up, a community celebration or whatever it might be, you might want to hook up with the people at All Shook Up, and they will have just exactly what you need. And let's take a look and listen right now.
Do you enjoy lemon shake-ups? Well, All Shook Up is a locally owned mobile lemon shake-up stand that's available for community events, festivals, craft fairs, athletic events, and more. They use real lemons and real sugar, and they have other flavors besides lemon, including strawberry, mango, blueberry, peach, and a sugar-free option. If you'd like to book All Shook Up to a special event, just go to their Facebook page. It's All Shook Up Lemon Shake-Ups. One taste, and you'll be all shook up.
I'm all shook up.
Are you looking for an encouraging sign in today's economy? The fact is, you'll find one right here in Mount Vernon at State Farm agent Tony Wilt's office. Because for 86 years, State Farm agents like Tony Wilt have been helping people protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and we consider that a very good sign. To find out more information on how Tony Wilt can help you and your family today, his number is 618-242-1421. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
At Ohana Heating and Air, we treat you like family, because to us, you are. Whether it's keeping your home cozy during the winter or cool in the summer, Ohana's team is here to provide top-notch service every time. With expert technicians, affordable pricing, and a commitment to your comfort, we make sure your HVA system runs like new. Ohana Heating and Air, where quality meets care. Call today for your free estimate at 472-4738.
When choosing a bank, it's important to know that local matters. Local people making local decisions that support our local communities. That's why Community First Bank of the Heartland is proud to be Jefferson County's hometown bank. With branch locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, and Dix, we make it convenient to serve all of your banking needs. Call us today at 244-3000 and let us know how we can assist you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Andrea Baker, the broker owner at King City Property Brokers, is a proud graduate of Weber High School, and she's actually a member of their Hall of Fame. Andrea is happy to sponsor this game and cheer on the local teams. At King City Property Brokers, Andrea and all of the realtors there are happy to help you with your real estate needs, whether you are a buyer or a seller. Visit their new location on Salem Road in Mount Vernon, or visit their website to see many residential homes, acreage, or commercial properties that they have listed. You can call them at area code 618-316-7331. That's King City Property Brokers in Mount Vernon.
All right, back here at Chester High School, you were asking me about the Benton-Carterville game. It's halftime. Benton leads Carterville 24-15, Ron.
Okay. Yep, got it.
15. Yep. And Dietrich leads North Clay in a 1A regional at halftime, 30-22. Again, we'll have all these scores posted for you later on tonight on our Facebook page at AreaSports.net. We're about ready for second half action here, as the teams, of course, will change ends. Well, if you're Pinckneyville, you just have to whittle away at it, and the first order of business would be to try to get it down to single digits. That would be your assignment, is to try to get it down to single digits. But they're going to have to get some better looks at the basket for sure, as Althoff has done a great job defensively in this one.
Basketball's a game of runs, and Althoff had a huge run in that first half. And that's the difference in the ball game.
Yeah, the game was 8-8 at one point, and then the next thing you know, it was 22-8, I think it was. So
that's 3 fouls on lead.
Yep, that could loom large.
Too much of a bump right there.
Yeah, too much.
He knocked that player off his stride. If you don't knock him off his stride, you just play ball, play on. But, yeah.
Again, Ron Stannard next to me was an official for over 30 years, and you always enjoyed officiating in these big regional tournament games, didn't you?
Loved it.
And this floor is a great place to officiate because you got a lot of room for the officials along the sidelines and inlines.
Exactly. You can get better angles and just call a better game.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Panthers have it as they try to whittle away here. As Lucas
they need to score here.
They do. Need to open this second half with a bucket if they can.
They need a 4-point play.
But again, look at this defense by the Crusaders. They try to get it inside to Lahr. He turns, puts up the shot, and he got it. He stayed with it. He got it up and in.
12 points for Tyler.
Good start for the Panthers here in the third quarter.
He's a much improved player from last year.
Yeah, he is, and he's just a junior, so he'll be back. Here's De'Aaron Hill in the front court for the Crusaders. Comes out to Luke Smith. There's a steal. Picked off by Keith. Keith for a flush. Yes, he dunks it. A.J. Keith with the steal and the dunk, and that brings the crowd alive here, because there is a lot of people from Pinckneyville in the building.
That's a high percentage shot.
It is. About as high as you can get. That cuts it to 16. Let's see how the Crusaders react now, because the crowd is back into it for Pinckneyville. Here's Zach Winkler with it. Boy, he was hot in the first half.
15 points in that first half.
Winkler, step back three is short. And rebound by Keith. Keith is out there playing with 3 personal fouls.
Yeah, I was just going to say that, Randy. He's got to be careful.
And out front won't go.
That would have been huge.
Had a good look that time, but it wouldn't go. And Crusaders bring it back the other way.
That would have been huge.
Here's a spin in the lane, and that's going to be a foul as Winkler took it to the hole.
That's a foul on Lahr. That's his first.
Well, the Waltonville game has certainly tightened up as they're playing Steelville. With 3 minutes left in the third quarter, Waltonville leads Steelville 30-29. It's a 1-point game.
Wow.
Over at Marissa. That's in a 1A regional. As a free throw is good by Winkler. So the Panthers come out and hit 2 big buckets to start the half, including the big slam dunk
and had a steal. And then had a 3 go halfway down.
And now the Crusaders get a pair of free throws. They are a good free throw shooting team. And they've shown that again tonight.
Yeah, they're 6 out of 7 from the line in the game.
Here's Conway bringing it up for Pinckneyville.
17 points for Zach Winkler.
Working against Grismala. Brings it out to Leitz. Leitz takes it to the glass, and he's fouled.
I guess they can't hear the whistle.
It may not be able to, as loud as it is in here. The officials do confer with each other. Lucas Leach will be at the line.
Foul is on Kyle Johnson, I guess.
Yes.
And they say that's his second. So
His second foul, yeah. Leach at the free throw line, he buries it.
First points for Leach.
Leach is a 6-foot senior, averages 5.5 points a game for Pinckneyville. And he makes both free throws, and that's his first points tonight.
Panthers are 8 out of 11 from the free throw line as a team.
De'Ara Hill brings it up for the Crusaders. They're going to show some patience here. They're not going to get in a hurry at all. Hill had 9 points in the first half for Althoff. Again, he's on his way to Oregon to play Division I football in the Big Ten after this high school year.
Yeah, he won't be driving home on the weekends, will he?
I don't think so. He's guarded out there by Leach. Now they come with a trap. Hill whips it in the corner. Here's an open look three. In and out, no good by Smith. And rebound Pinckneyville. A.J. Keith.
Keith, he can get up, boy.
Yeah, he can. He's got hops. We saw that with a dunk as he takes it into the glass. No good. And rebounds ripped out of there again by
they needed points right
Reed
there.
Marlowe. They get it ahead down the baseline. Has a drive, and Winkler
charging foul
is
on
called
Winkler.
for the charging foul.
That's his third foul.
Winkler took it strong along the baseline, but he was a little bit out of control. And for Winkler, that's his third personal foul. So the fouls are mounting for the Crusaders.
Panthers got a score here.
Yeah, this game is a long way from being over. It's only 16 points. We got 5:01 to go in the third quarter. Stranger things have happened.
Yeah, they got to get it into single digits.
We told you earlier how much Waltonville was up by, and that game's down to 1 now. So that just happened. That's what happens in regional championship games. Teams will make runs.
Yeah.
And teams also adjust. And Pinckneyville was in the locker room for a long time at halftime. Here's a steal by De'Ara Hill. He takes it up against Keith, and that's going to be 4 personal fouls.
Yeah.
On A.J. Keith. Keith would have been better off just to let him score there, I think.
Well, he should have got rid of the ball down here on the other end.
And Hill is going to go back to the line for Althoff. Yeah, 4 fouls on the leading scorer for Pinckneyville, A.J. Keith.
3 fouls on the leading scorer tonight for Crusaders, Zach Winkler.
Yes. He's on the bench right now over there talking to Coach Lee, as the free throw's no good by Hill.
I mean, the Crusaders are leaving that window open just a little bit, but so far Pinckneyville's not been able to go through it.
Tyler McConnell checks back in for Keith. So McConnell brings some more size in for the Panthers at 6'6". As De'Ara Hill will have another free throw. And that's good.
Double figures now for De'Ara Hill.
Update on the Fairfield T-Town score. Fairfield up by 1 with a minute to go in the third quarter. How about that? They're upsetting T-Town. That must be a wild one. That's a trap in the corner, and it's going to be a hold, though, on the Crusaders. Foul on Althoff.
I think that foul's on Kyle Johnson, and if it is, that's his third.
It is his third. So multiple players with 3 fouls now for the Crusaders, and coming back in the game with 3 fouls himself is the coach's son, Patton Lieb. And he just picked up his fourth.
Oh, man. He was in the game for 1 second and picked up a foul.
Just came back in the game and picked up number 4.
Wow.
As Lauer went up and tried to score against him.
Well, he's going to have to come back out.
Yeah, and he is coming back out. That's coming right back in to replace him is Reed Marlowe. So that didn't last very long. Dad's going to give him a little earful there. All right.
2 shots.
Two shots.
5 personal fouls this quarter.
Yes. Yes. It wasn't because he was in the act of shooting. It's because of the 5 team fouls.
There's 4 minutes and 28 seconds left. They've already picked up 5 fouls here. So the Panthers will shoot free throws the rest of the way in this third quarter. They're going to have to score without that clock running.
That's right. And if you can score without that clock running, you can get back in this.
Yeah, you can.
Ty Lauer at the line, and he...
That's not going to do it.
Get it out. Lauer averages 11 points per game for the Panthers. He'll have another one. Got that. 43-27. It's a 16-point lead for the Crusaders.
He has 13 already.
And they bring it up. That's almost a steal. As the pass comes over to Brown, now to Hill. He'll take it in strong, and he is fouled. And I think they're going to give that one probably
McConnell, I think.
Yeah. Let's see. We'll sort it out. Yeah, he's so quick when he accelerates to the basket.
That's his first foul.
It's just so hard to stay in front of him. And that will be on McConnell. Hill with the first free throw, and he'll have a second.
I didn't know he's left-handed. It's hard to tell that when you're running the football.
Yeah, for sure. The lead is back to 18 as Conway brings it up for Pinckneyville. Working against Grismala. And there's a nailed steal by Hill. Hill knocked it away, takes it down and scores. He is so quick. Got his deny hand out there and knocked that one away as he anticipated that pass coming to the wing.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of steals.
And there's a shot that's no good by Leach. And rebound again by the Crusaders. Hill on the move. Gets it to Grismala. Inside the paint. And the little baby hook is up and in by Johnson. And the lead has grown to 22 points. After Pinckneyville had got it down to 16 a couple of times. 3:28 to go here in the third quarter. Here's Bowersax. He'll shoot up off the dribble, and he's fouled. Bowersax has been pretty quiet tonight, as he only has 3 points. Came in averaging 15 points a game, but he'll be at the line for 2. And that foul.
First foul on Stephen Brown. Yeah, it's first.
Yeah. Again, Pinckneyville struggling from the line here. Chance to whittle away at that lead while the clock stopped, but they can't do it.
No.
Bowersax will have another one. Again, the Panthers 28-3 on the season. Belleville Althoff 27-5 as the second free throw is good. Althoff will bring it back up again. Here's Grismala with it. He'll shoot off the dribble, and he got it. Bryden Grismala. Again, he has been their leading scorer throughout the season, averaging 19.3 points per game. And he's got 10 so far tonight. And there's another foul. And that's going to go against the Panthers. And checking in the game for Pinckneyville will be Colton Smith, replacing Lucas Leach.
They called that foul on Ty Lauer. That's his second.
Yeah. But that's also 4 team fouls on Pinckneyville, so Althoff will be shooting the rest of this third quarter. Here's Grismala. Might have walked. Gets rid of it to Hill. Hill whips it across, back out to the top. Here's a shot off the dribble. That's no good by Brown, and rebound by the Panthers. Let's see what they can do with it. Lauer has it. Boy, well, they had open inside. McConnell was wide open inside, but they didn't see him or didn't get it to him. And now here's another steal by the Crusaders. Man, they've had a bunch of them tonight. Several Panther turnovers. Inside. And that shot is missed in there on the bunny by Kyle Johnson, but he's fouled. And Johnson will go to the line. Update on the Waltonville game. It's in the fourth quarter now. Spartans up 38-33 over Steelville. Centralia leads Heron after 3 quarters, 41-28.
Third foul on Ty Lauer.
And the free throw by Johnson is good. Fairfield leads Teotopoulos after the third quarter, 38-37. Another free throw coming for Kyle Johnson of the Crusaders. Somebody wants to send me an updated score on that Benton game and also the Breeze Central game. I'd appreciate it. That one is a turnover. Oh, that's a 5-second count. They didn't get it in. Did not get it in. It's a turnover back to the Crusaders. Again, Belleville Althoff defense.
Yeah, Randy, I tell you what, it's going to take a Herculean effort to knock this team out of the playoffs.
Here's a pass inside to Hill. Hill leaves it out here to Brown. Brown will put up the three. No. Fight for the rebound, and coming out of there with it is McConnell for Pinckneyville. Ahead to Conway. Now along the right side, inside the lane. The shot is off, no good there by Colton Smith. And rebound again by the Crusaders. And that ball's knocked out of bounds. And last touch by Pinckneyville, I believe. Nope, it is last touch by Althoff. They say it went off the hand of Luke Smith. So it'll be Pinckneyville ball, much to the delight of the Panther fans in front of us. There are a bunch of them here. Well, this is a great facility to watch a basketball game in, and the folks here at Chester High School have done a remarkable job this week in organizing and running everything here. Here's a 15-footer. That's no good by Bowersax, but he's fouled, and he'll go back to the line. That stops the clock with 1:57 left here in the third quarter.
First foul on Conway.
I gave them one too many points there on that free throw. I'm sorry. On Althoff a little bit ago. That's really 51-28. There we go. Got that corrected.
Pinckneyville just missed a ton of free throws. They have. They could be climbing back in this thing.
They could. They've had their opportunities with the clock stop, but haven't been able to convert. Another free throw is coming here. For Bowersax. Got that one. 51-29. See what the Crusaders do with it now. In the front court, they work it. Again, they're bringing guys off the bench who are really contributing too. That's going to be a foul out front on Conway. And Grismala's going to go to the line.
That's the first foul on Brady Conway for Pinckneyville.
I mean, Jeremiah Conway's come off the bench for the Crusaders to score 4 points. Kyle Johnson's come off the bench to score 4 points. As Grismala's good on the free throw. So, I mean, they up and down this lineup, they have.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, they could very easily win the state championship.
Yeah.
They're making their free throws.
Columbia leads Breeze Central 35-34 after 3 quarters. That's a tight one. There's a three-pointer.
That's an NBA three-pointer.
That was needed, too. That's a big-time shot there by Riley Bowersax. And, you know, he can do that, too. He's got the ability, for sure. Got another timeout on the court with 1:39 to go here in the third quarter. It's a 20-point game. A big hill to climb for the Backwoods here in 30 seconds. After 3 quarters, Mount Vernon leads Marion 38-35 in the 3A regional at Carbondale. So that's a whale of a game, too. Crusaders have the basketball as they get it into Grismala.
This year, those two have played some great games.
They sure have. I bet there's a few people at that game, too. What do you bet? Crusaders have it in the front court.
I would say there is.
Down to Conway. They're going to just run some clock here unless they get a real high percentage shot.
The winner of that game probably gets, Centralia?
No. The winner of that game will get probably Triad or Waterloo. Centralia's on the other side of the bracket. Thrown out of bounds. That's a rare turnover tonight for Belleville Althoff. They haven't had too many. East St. Louis is up on Highland, 43-35, with 3:45 left in the ball game. Thanks, CJ, for sending that to us.
That game's being played at Highland.
Yeah, I'd like to see a Waterloo Triad score. If one of you can come up with that and send it to us. Waterloo's trying to win their first regional in like 50 years.
Yeah, wouldn't that be something?
Yeah, but Triad's pretty good. That ball's knocked loose. Here's Conway with it. Can't shoot. Again, that defense is so sticky by the Crusaders. They shut off the driving lanes. Long three. That won't go by Bowersacks. And look out. Here comes Hill back the other way for Althoff. He's going to back it out as they've got 38 seconds left here in the quarter. And they're probably going to run it down for the final shot of the quarter. They lead it here by 20. Stephen Brown has it. Now Greg Lieb, that's a steal. Panthers have it, and that's going to be a foul, and it's kind of an excuse me foul on Stephen Brown.
Yeah, it's a second.
He didn't really mean to foul him, but he did. Officials had to call it, and they did.
Both teams are shooting free throws.
So we'll walk to the other end, and Panthers will be back at the line. Yeah, Coach Phil Lieb is a stand-up comedian when he's not coaching, and sometimes he's a stand-up comedian while he is coaching.
Oh, right? While he is coaching.
Yeah, and you've experienced that before. Right?
I've heard that before, yeah. He's a hilarious, funny guy.
He really is a funny guy. Tyler McConnell at the line for Pinckneyville. It's off the front iron. Now he's in his 27th year there at Belleville Althoff.
There's another missed free throw by Pinckneyville.
Again, they went to back-to-back state championship games back in 2015 and 2016. Got a second-place finish and a first-place finish.
In 3A.
In 3A, right. As that one is good by McConnell. Of course, when you got Jordan Goodwin on your team, a guy who's a future NBA player, that doesn't hurt.
Played at St. Louis University and then the NBA.
The guy by the name of Gooch was on that team, too. Here's all alone underneath. Johnson misses the shot, but he gets hammered, and Kyle Johnson will go to the line for Crusaders. Boy, it's a tight one over at Marissa tonight. Waltonville is up 45-42 over Steelville with 2 minutes left in the game.
Wow.
Thank you, CJ. Got us a score on the Triad Waterloo game. Triad leads Waterloo 40-31. They've got 3:32 left in the game there. Here we've got 10.9 seconds left in the third quarter. A lot of the games have moved to the fourth. We're still in the third as the free throws missed by Johnson. Columbia is up over Brief Central 35-34 after three quarters.
That's a good one.
Benton leads Carterville 45-31 with 4 minutes to go in the game in 2A regional. Another free throw on the way for Kyle Johnson. Got it. Yeah, the Crusaders have shot free throws much better tonight than Pinckneyville, and I think the final game stats will air that out too.
Yeah.
Inside, that shot's blocked. Blocked by Johnson out of bounds. As Ty Lauer was trying to score about a 5-footer, and boy, Johnson came out of nowhere and whacked that one out.
Althoff has actually increased their lead this quarter.
Yeah. Kind of scary, isn't it?
Yeah. It doesn't seem like that would be the fact, but it is.
Here is the drive, and that's no good. Tip back up by Keith, won't go, and that's the end of 3 quarters of play. After 3, Belleville Althoff, they led by 20 at the half. Now they lead by 21. And we'll be back with the fourth and final quarter in 30 seconds on AreaSports.net.
Jagger's Doggy Daycare. Your dog's home, away from home.
Are you going on a vacation soon or perhaps a weekend getaway? Jagger's Doggy Daycare in Mount Vernon is your dog's home away from home, featuring an outside turf playground that your dog is going to love. And if your dog needs grooming or obedience training while it's here, we can handle that too. In fact, we've even got a presidential suite with flat screen TV and ceramic tile. Check it out on our website.
Jagger's Doggy Daycare.
Back here at Chester High School, near the banks of the Mississippi River. Very scenic U-shaped gymnasium. I love it. And our score after 3 quarters, 54-33. And Ron, your thoughts on that third quarter play? This Althoff team's for real, aren't they?
They are absolutely for real, Randy. It doesn't seem like it, but they won that quarter as well, 14-13, to turn a 20-point halftime lead into 21 here with 8 minutes to play. They've got a lot of weapons.
Yeah, they do.
A lot of weapons, and I don't know. I mean, they've shot lights out tonight, but their biggest weapon might be their defense.
Their defense is really, really good.
Because you're not going to shoot like that every night, but
yeah,
they play really good defense.
They make you work for every shot you get, and they crash the boards. And I can't believe how well De'Aaron Hill rebounds. I mean, again, he's only 6'1", but he's so quick, but he rebounds extremely well. And then his speed to blow by people. And look at that pass. Look at that pass he just made down to Zach Winkler for the Deuce. That was pretty special right there. So give him the assist. He's done a little bit of everything tonight. And for Winkler, that is 19 points for Althoff. And that's going to be a foul on the Crusaders. So Winkler with 19 and Hill with 14.
That's 4 fouls on Winkler.
And Grismata with 12.
19 points for Winkler.
Yeah.
He's even spent some time on the bench in foul trouble, but he's got 19 points.
Right. Here's Keith for 3. Short. And rebound is grabbed by Kyle Johnson. Hill down the lane, dishes it in the corner. Grismala for 3. No. Hill with another rebound. Pump fakes, goes up over Lauer. Somehow he got it up over 6'7" Lauer and scores. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. De'Aaron Hill. He's had an amazing game. He's got 16 now. That shot's put up in the lane. No good by Bowersax. Crusaders back the other way with it. Inside.
Wow, nice pass.
Beautiful pass from Smith. Down underneath to Johnson for the Deuce.
Well, I never thought I'd say these words tonight, Randy, but we could be looking at a running clock.
And who would have thought that? Between the number 1 and number 2 teams in the state. Inside Keith. No. Loose. Here's numbers to the other end. It's a 3-on-1 break. And Grismala scores. And we're 1 point away from a running clock.
Yeah. That's a statement.
6:26 to go in the game as we have the officials called over to the scores table.
I need your attention, please. Someone up in the stand is blowing a whistle. Cut it out.
Yeah, you can't blow a whistle if you're in the crowd here because that's going to make the players stop.
Yeah.
Because they interpret the whistle from the officials. So
right.
They've been warned by the.
Well, if they find out who's blowing it, they'll
be ejected.
Leave the building.
Yeah, they'll be ejected, right. All right, here is the inbound to A.J. Keith. He's been battling some foul trouble tonight. Had an impressive dunk earlier, though.
Yeah, he did. He's got some hops.
Yes, he does. He is a senior. And here's McConnell. McConnell's a sophomore in the lane. He scored.
That's a nice move.
Yeah.
First field goal for McConnell.
And the Crusaders back in the front court.
Nice pass.
Nice cut. Pass is received by Smith. He doesn't shoot. Comes back out to Winkler. Winkler will get it in the corner. Now they'll bring it back out again. Stephen Brown's done a good job off the bench tonight for the Crusaders. He's a 5'11" sophomore.
Three fouls on Bowersax.
Yep, he just picked that up. Team fouls are equal at 1 apiece here in the fourth quarter. Here's Smith with it, and that's going to be a foul on Conway, I believe.
Yep, second foul on Conway.
So it'll be out of bounds to the Crusaders with 5:37 to go in the ball game.
Could be.
T-Town has regained the lead over Fairfield. They lead at 48-43 with a minute to go in the 2A Regional at Fairfield in the Mule Barn. Columbia's up by 3 over Breeze Central with 4:40 left in the game. Crusaders obviously don't even have to shoot. They could just play keep away the rest of the game if they choose to. And they almost throw it away. Yes, they do throw it away. It's a turnover back to Pinckneyville. Weber Trojans are regional champs. They have beaten Christ-Our Rock tonight. 78-58. So congratulations to the Trojans.
Second regional title in a row for the Trojans.
Actually 3.
3, all right.
Actually 3, yeah. How about that? Here's the Panthers.
That's not easy to do.
No,
especially at a small school.
Back up and in as the ball got loose. And Bowersax had the wherewithal to grab it and stick it in the hole. 62-37. So congratulations to Coach Jackson Helm and the Weber Trojans. That pass was a hot potato down to Johnson, and he couldn't handle it. It's a turnover. So 78-58 was the final for Weber over Christ-Our Rock. Panthers back in the front court as that shot is left a little short there by Lucas Leach, and a foul is going to be called on the Crusaders. I'm trying to multitask here, so
I think that foul's on Grismala.
Leach will be at the line. He got it. Mount Vernon up over Marion 57-43 with 2:45 to go. Looks like the Rams are going to win the regional.
Wow.
How about that?
They must have had a run there in that fourth quarter.
Sure sounds like it. Next one is good as well.
Leach is 4 out of 4 from the line tonight.
Yeah, just made both of those. 62-39.
He had to sit out with some early foul trouble in that first quarter.
4:33 to go in the ball game. Here's Winkler with it. Down the lane, he scores. He's a nice player.
He's having a night, isn't he?
He is really having a night.
I don't know what happened. I was trying to put that in the book.
I think that was a foul on Winkler after he made the shot, I believe.
Well, it'd be a technical if it was a dead ball.
Yeah.
Contact.
Yep, that will be his fifth foul, and he's done. He's done with 21 points.
Taunting probably is what it was.
Yeah, I think it was. He made the shot.
Taunting.
Yep. And they teed him up.
Technical foul, so yeah, he's done. That's his fifth.
So A.J. Keith will go to the line, shoot the technical for Pinckneyville.
21 points for Winkler tonight.
Yeah, he's had a heck of a game. He's been a thorn in the side of the Panthers for sure. Well, you know, the Crusaders came in with 3 guys averaging in double figures, and all 3 of them got in double figures again tonight. As that free throw is good. And the second one hits the front lip and rolls over and in. So Keith hits them both.
Pinckneyville has made their last 4 free throws after struggling at the line.
Right. They struggled a lot tonight from the line. 4:25 to go in the ball game. Panthers have it. Lauer with the ball. Gives it to Bowersax. No good. Lauer, that's actually Keith with it. He stayed with it. Good second effort by A.J. Keith, and he scores.
You've got a chance for an old-fashioned three-point play.
Yeah, Keith was really getting up in the air there, making a little volleyball play, tipping that ball and keeping it alive, and he eventually grabbed it and stuck it in the hole.
Third foul on Stephen Brown.
9 points now for Keith. That's well below his average, though. As the free throw's good. He's got 10. Waltonville's up by 5 with 7 seconds to go. Looks like the Spartans are going to be regional champs as well.
Boy, they earned that, didn't they?
Yeah. Steelville gave him a run tonight, that's for sure. Here's Deere Hill all the way down and scores.
Wow.
He is quick. Slicing and dicing. Length of the court. Panthers back in the front court. Here's Keith for three. That was from the volleyball line. Holy cow.
A Caitlin Clark three-pointer.
Yeah, it was. That was every bit from the volleyball line for Keith. Gives him 13. And that cuts the lead back down to 19 points. They were 1 minute or 1 point away from having a running clock.
Yeah.
They were down 29, and they've cut it back to 19 with 3:50 to go in the ball game. Back with more in a moment.
Jaggers Doggy Daycare. Your dog's home, away from home.
Are you going on a vacation soon or perhaps a weekend getaway? Jaggers Doggy Daycare in Mount Vernon is your dog's home away from home, featuring an outside turf playground that your dog is going to love. And if your dog needs grooming or obedience training while it's here, we can handle that too. In fact, we've even got a presidential suite with flat screen TV and ceramic tile. Check it out on our website.
Jaggers Doggy Daycare.
Yeah, we got another final for you. St. Troy Orphans have defeated the Heron Tigers tonight, 61-43.
How about Fairfield? Did they pull that off against T-Town?
Not over with yet. Waltonville has won 54-51 over Steelville tonight.
Wow, that was a good ball game.
Yeah. Benton won 56-49 over Carterville. As we come back to live action, Althoff trying to get it in is back in the game for the Crusaders is Patton Lieb. He's playing with 4 personal fouls.
That foul's on McConnell.
It's not a shooting foul yet. That's 3 team fouls on Pinckneyville. So the Crusaders will inbound it again as the Panthers are pressing. They get it into Hill. Hill's like the one-man press break. Now to Smith. Ahead to Grismala. Grismala saves it. No, he doesn't. He stepped on the sideline. It's out of bounds. It's a turnover. The Panthers are forcing turnovers here. Down 19 with 3:40 to go in the game. Well, I'll say one thing. Pinckneyville has not quit.
Nope.
They were down 29. And they've been chipping away at it here in the fourth quarter, but now time is not on their side.
No.
As Conway has it in the front court. To Keith, he'll put up another long three. Yes! A.J. Keith. And it's a 16-point game. Panthers are not going away quietly.
Well, they were down 20 at half, and they scored 4 quick points in the third quarter to get it down to 16.
Right.
And then they trailed by as many as 29.
Right.
And now they got it back to 16.
I know. They've been working hard to do that. And you expend a lot of energy when you do that.
Yeah,
too.
you do.
Crusaders have the lead and the basketball with 3:16 left.
The foul was on Leitz. That's his third.
As the pass comes in to Stephen Brown. Brown guarded by Bowersax, gets it to Grismala. Grismala with a wraparound pass to Hill for three, no. And rebound, Pinckneyville. Bowersax. He'll bring it up. Now he'll drive, and it rolls off, but he follows his shot, gets the rebound, goes back up, no. Tipped around, and this time it's grabbed out of there by Luke Smith for the Althoff.
I could have used some points right there.
Boy, that would have got it down to 14. This place would have gotten real loud. And Coach Greg Lieb, he sees that his guys are letting off the gas pedal here a little bit, so he's going to call timeout and discuss this thing. Triad leads their game 46-39 with 20 seconds left. So it looks like Triad's going to win a 3-8 regional.
51 years since Waterloo has won a regional now.
That's right. Waterloo's going to fall short. We'll be right back.
King City RV in Mount Vernon is your one-stop shop for maintenance and repair of your RV. Whether it's a bumper camper, fifth wheel, or motorhome, Bill Schulte and the staff at King City RV can help you. They provide winterizing of your RV, washing and waxing services, service work on brakes and tires, repair or replace awnings, service work on your slide-outs, and much more. They even repair and clean horse trailers at King City RV, 801 Dogwood Drive on the south edge of Mount Vernon. Call area code 618-731-6185 for King City RV.
Well, you got to give the Pinckneyville Panthers credit. They were down 29. They've got this game back down to 16 as the pass comes into De'Ara Hill. As Hill is going to bring it up against Keith, take it all the way down and score. That's a pure athlete right there.
Yeah, it is.
That's all you can say about that. On the other end, Keith falls down. He's going to be called for traveling. It's a final. T-Town edges Fairfield by 1 point,
Wow.
50-49 in the 2A regional. How about that?
Wow.
The Mules gave them all they wanted in the Mule Barn.
Man, I tell you, you can throw out seasonal records in these championship games of regionals.
You sure can. Crusaders have it as Smith brings it up. They're just competing against the clock right now, trying to run this thing out. 2:19 to go in the ball game. They're up by 18. They don't have to shoot, they don't have to score, but they do need to run the clock out if they want to win. And that's going to be a foul on the Panthers. That will be...
It's on Leeds. I think that's his fourth.
Yeah, it is his fourth. And that's going to be 5 team fouls. So Althoff will be shooting the rest of the way now. 2:13 to play. Crusaders at the line. Panther fans don't like it as Luke Smith will be there.
Luke Smith, he has yet to score.
Columbia and Central are tied 45-45 with a minute to go.
They were up 6, weren't they, Columbia?
Yes, they were. 45-45 with a minute to go. You think there's any noise there? Probably a loud place. Free throw's good.
Is that Carlisle, right?
Yes. Playing that at Carlisle. Here's the Panthers in the front court. Long shot out front. No, by Keith. Tipped around and out of bounds. It's off the fingertips of Riley Bowersax. Mount Vernon wins it 65-49 over Marion.
That's a surprise. Not that they won it necessarily, but by that margin.
The length, yeah, the amount that they won by. Because that was a tight game early on, but they must have had a heck of a spurt there.
Yeah, I think you said it was 38-35 at one time.
Right, here's a breakaway to the other end, and it's going to be an easy layup there by Stephen Brown. Panthers were gambling, trying to go for the steal. Althoff got behind the defense and got the easy one there. And on the other end, Crusaders commit a foul. And that'll send Pinckneyville to the line with 1:44 left.
Lieb is fouled out of the game. Patton Lieb.
Yeah, he just fouled out with his 5th foul. As the Althoff faithful give him a bigger round of applause. Somebody's birthday over there at Althoff as they're singing happy birthday from the student section. A.J. Keith at the line for Pinckneyville. Got it. Keith has been in and out of the lineup tonight with foul trouble.
A 12-point fourth quarter for A.J. Keith. 12 points this quarter.
Yeah, he's had a heck of a
13.
Heck of a quarter here. Yeah, he's got 18 for the game now. As the Crusaders bring it up. Uh-oh, that's going to be an over and back. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's a turnover. Crusaders not taking care of the ball right now. But Pinckneyville's running out of time. 1:34 left. A.J. Keith will get it in. Coach Lauer still coaching hard over there as if it was a 2-point game. Here's Keith trying to drive. He does. He's stripped, and the foul's going to be called. I think that might be on Hill. No, actually, they called it on Grismala. So on Grismala, that'll be his 2nd, and Keith will go back to the line for Pinckneyville. 1:25 left in this one.
A.J. Keith has been perfect from the free throw line in his fourth quarter, 6 out of 6.
Yeah, you know, it's too bad that the rest of the Pinckneyville team didn't shoot that well early on, it would have been maybe a much closer game.
It was that third quarter that killed him from the free throw line.
Lucas Leach leaves the game. Riley Bowersax leaves the game as the Pinckneyville faithful are on their feet. As Coach Lauer is doing the classy thing and letting each of them make an honorable exit here. Brady Conway leaves the game. He gets a hug from the coach, as do the other teammates. One at a time, they bring them out, as Keith will be at the line. That's good to see. Their season's going to come to an end with a 28-4 record. Pretty amazing season. Keith make that one, and he is going to leave the game. Hugs all around for A.J. Keith. Keith's another one of the seniors who's playing his final game in a Panther uniform, and there's a hug from the coach. As the Crusaders bring it up with 1:19 left. All new 5 in there for Pinckneyville, and I got a few people standing in front of us, but I'll try to let you know who they are. Colton Smith is back in the game. Reed Marlowe is out there. Ty Lauer is still there. Trenton Crabtree is in the game.
4th foul on McConnell.
And McConnell is, still out there. He just got the foul.
20 points for De'Aaron Hill.
Yeah, and his defense tonight has been outstanding. You know, he was the one that was defending A.J. Keith a lot in the first half, which really kept Keith from getting going.
These college coaches love those multi-sport athletes.
Oh, they do. They do. I know a lot of parents want their kids to concentrate on one sport, but believe me, the college coaches, like Ron said, they do like it and prefer it when you are a multi-sport athlete. The folks at Oregon are not worried about De'Aaron Hill playing basketball. And I think he does some track and field too. And with his speed, you can understand why. We're going to have another foul in Pinckneyville, walk to the other end, and be more free throws here.
That foul is going to be on Trenton Crabtree.
Crabtree?
Yep.
And that free throw is rolled in by Luke Smith. 1:03 left in the ball game. And got them both. Let's see if the Panthers can score here. Here's a drive down the lane. McConnell missed it. Back up and in on the follow that time by Lauer. And what do we got? Yeah, I think it's just out of bounds.
Well, he scored and he grabbed the ball and threw it out of bounds.
Yeah, I think it was a warning.
Yeah.
I think they gave him a warning instead of a technical, which is the right thing to do. 45 seconds left. Across the timeline, it's Grismala. Grismala's had a good game as well for Althoff. 14 points. He's usually their leading scorer, but the leading scorer tonight, I think, has been De'Aaron Hill.
Or Winkler.
Winkler, that's right. Winkler actually fouled out. You're right. Winkler was the leading scorer. Yeah, he got it.
Well, I have to add him up. It could have been Hill.
Yeah. 15 seconds left as the Crusaders are going to dribble it out. And they looked impressive tonight as they end the season for the Pinckneyville Panthers. It is a final. Crusaders are moving on. Moving on to the 2A sectional tournament at Carterville next week. They'll take on the winner of Vienna and Massac County. I don't yet have a final on that. Vienna was leading that game. If anybody's got that final, send it on over to us, and we'll share it with everybody that's online with us. Ron's working on our post-game stats. And we'll come back and take a look at those here in just a moment. Again, a great job by Chester High School and their facility and all their personnel. And appreciate so much what they've done with us here, the athletic director, superintendent, IT people, hospitality room, the band. I mean, it's just been top-notch. what they have done down here tonight.
I'm sorry.
Columbia leads 48-47 with 1:36 left in that one with Bree Central. So that's going down to the wire, that's for sure. Chad's watching 2 games at once. He's been watching our game and the Columbia Bree Central game. Meridian was a winner tonight, so it will be another matchup between Waltonville and Meridian next week on Wednesday night down at Cobden. And Ron and I will be down there to cover that game. Now, we won't be able to do video down there because they do have the NFHS camera there at Cobden, but we are going to be down there with audio broadcast, and we'll have a scoreboard and clock on the screen. So that's where we'll be at Wednesday night next week as the Crusaders get the sectional tournament plaque. And they take it over and show their student section. They're pretty happy about it, pretty jazzed up, as they looked impressive tonight, winning this 74-56. So Vienna did win. Thank you, Doug. Vienna did win 40-35.
And they play Althoff?
So Vienna will play Althoff, yeah, at Carterville. And the winner of that Columbia Breeze Central game will play Benton, I believe, right? Yes, I believe that's right. Champaign Central. Is that a final over MacArthur? If so, that's a big upset. Decatur MacArthur, a state-ranked team. Looks like they fell tonight to Champaign Central 60-54. Kendrick, is that a final? Let me know if that's a final, Kendrick. I believe it is. Yeah, he's got zeros on the scoreboard. All right. Again, Ron's working on our post-game stats, and we're going to share those with you here in just a little bit. Let me take another short time out and be right back at Chester after this.
Southern Illinois Tile and Carpet Supply in Mount Vernon is ready to help you update your home. Need new carpeting? They have many styles and colors in stock, as well as expert installation. Add beauty to your home with new hardwood or vinyl planks available at Southern Illinois Tile and Carpet. They will completely transform the look of any room in your home. Update your bathroom with a custom shower. There are many tile styles and colors to choose from. Does your kitchen need a facelift? You can get a new backsplash, flooring, and more at Southern Illinois Tile and Carpet Supply, 513 South 10th Street in Mount Vernon. Open 6 days a week.
Well, they're cutting down the net down at the far end as Crusaders one by one will climb the ladder. Pretty impressive regional victory tonight by the Belleville Althoff Crusaders. You know, Nesto Hoops had them ranked number 1 most of the year. Now you see why here in 2A. And they're going to be a tough out, that's for sure. Tie game in Carlisle with 53 seconds left. Breeze Central and Columbia. My goodness sakes. Everybody's going to need their high blood pressure medicine for that one, aren't they? Well, this game was tied at 8-8, and then Belleville Althoff went on an amazing run and went up, I think, 24-8. It's like a 16-0 run. And from that point on, the Crusaders just controlled this game. And they led it at each of the quarter stops, led at 25-11 after the first quarter, 40-20 at the half. Led it by 21 after 3 quarters, and actually got up by as many as 29 points. They were 1 point away from having a running clock. And then all of a sudden, we saw a nice spurt from Pinckneyville. As Pinckneyville did not quit, they came battling back and looked impressive doing it. And Coach Lauer was still coaching his heart out, trying to get them back in it. And they got that thing all the way down to 16 again after being down 29. And then drop it here by 18 points in the final, 74-56. Yeah, it's a tie game there in Carlisle between Breeze Central and Columbia. And Central is holding the ball for the last shot. Actually in overtime. They're already in overtime. Okay. Oh, that's crazy. Thank you, CJ. Appreciate it. Ron, you got post-game stats. Give us your thoughts on the game. It was a pretty impressive effort here by Belleville Althoff, wasn't it?
Yeah, Randy, I don't know. I've said it earlier, but Belleville Althoff come out and played almost a flawless basketball game on the defensive end, on the offensive end. I don't know. I mean, they shot free throws well. Their bench played well. Their defense was good. Their shooting percentage was good. And like you said, they're going to be a tough out in Class 2A basketball. I mean, no one that's seen them play now should be surprised if they're not playing the last week of the season at Champaign.
Right, I agree with you. And this is a very good Pinckneyville team. Take nothing away from them. They
Absolutely.
had a remarkable season.
28 out of 31 ball games they won coming into this thing.
Yeah, so they finished the season at 28-4. And again, we mentioned they had avenged some earlier losses to Benton and to Nashville. So, I mean, it's a very high-quality basketball team that had a tremendous season and nothing to be ashamed of here. But they're going to double overtime in Carlisle now between Breeze Central and Columbia. Go ahead, Ron.
The Panthers committed 21 fouls. Both teams committed 21 fouls in this game. The Panthers made 21 out of 28 free throws, and Belleville Althoff made 15 out of 23 free throws. So the free throw shooting was pretty good on both sides as well.
Right.
Pinckneyville had 7 players break the scoring column, and they were led in scoring by A.J. Keith with 20. And he scored 17 of those points in the fourth quarter alone. A 17-point quarter for A.J. Keith.
How about that?
Tyler followed in double figures with 15 points. Brady Conway had 2. Lucas Leitz had 4. Riley Bowersax was the third double-figure scorer for Pinckneyville tonight with 10 points. Colton Smith had 2 points, and Tyler McConnell had 3 for a total of 56. For Belleville Althoff, they had 7 players make the scoring column, and you were correct when you said De'Aaron Hill was the leading scorer because, in fact, he was with 23 points.
Okay.
Zach Winkler had 21 points. They had a third double-figure scorer in Bryden Grismala with 14 points. Luke Smith had 3. Kyle Johnson had 5. Jeremiah Conway had 4. And Stephen Brown had 4 for a total of 74.
All right. Yeah, I'm trying to sit here and think of, what are the weaknesses of Belleville Althoff,
Yeah.
and you just, it's hard to find them.
Yeah, they didn't have any tonight, did they?
No. If you don't hit those threes, if they hit in the first quarter, and Pinckneyville's able to convert, you could have a different game. But, most of the time, Belleville Althoff does shoot the ball well behind the arc. We documented that for you at the beginning of the game. We told you what the shooting percentages were for Hill and Winkler and Grismala, and they showed it again tonight.
Pinckneyville had very few clean looks where they could take their time, get set, get their feet set, and shoot a wide-open shot. There just wasn't much of that going on against that Crusader defense.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's going to wrap it up here from Chester High School. Again, appreciate everybody being on the broadcast with us. Hope you enjoyed it. It's been our pleasure, and thanks to all of our sponsors for making it possible. And again, next Wednesday night, you can listen in and watch the scoreboard that we'll have on the screen as we'll bring you action from the 1A sectional down in Cobden when there'll be a rematch between Waltonville and Meridian.
A rematch. The Spartans have done it once. They're going to have to do it again if they want to keep playing this year.
That'll be the 1A sectional. That'll be Wednesday night at Cobden. So until then, for Ron Stannard, this is Randy Olson. Reminding you the final score, Belleville Althoff is the 1A regional tournament champs. They beat Pinckneyville 74-56. And so long from Chester.